If you clicked on this video, then you probably haven't heard or know little about enums or enumerators. Enums are essentially lists that are used as a much easier alternative for viewing and reading your code. Where lists use indexes, example 0, 1, 2, etc., enums index with the words you put inside of them, making them a whole lot easier to read and understand what your code is actually doing. Let's use a simple state machine as an example. A state machine is a way to manage the various different states of your character in your game and make it easier to program and understand your code. To create an enum, all you have to do is write enum, then the name of your enum, which I'm going to go with states, 2 brackets, and then list them. For example, I'm going to go idle, walking, running, and attacking. And you also want a variable that points to the specific state you're at. So this will be a variable var current state equals, and then state, and then you suffix it with whatever state you want to run. Now this state will happen at the start of the script when loaded. So idle, for example, being first. Now I'm going to create a function that allows you to switch between 2 states. And in a moment, I'll show you why that's very important. So func change state, and then use state. And inside here, we're just going to simply set current state equals new state. Now, having this function is important because it allows us to make sure that we're always changing the state from one location, where if we didn't do that, it can lead to lots of problems down the line. So in here, we're going to include a match statement. Match current state. Now what a match statement does is it's essentially the exact same thing as going if current state is equal to states.idle, and then elif, same thing, over and over again. But with this, we just need to go states.idle, and then it's pretty much all done for us. And then to continue with the different states, we go states.walking, and all the way through our states as we need them. Now, another good thing of having a function is that it allows us to do certain actions only once. Now, if we have in the process, and we did the same thing with a match statement, if we have states.idle, this will print every single frame. Now that's good for lots of cases where you want to detect collisions, detect inputs, but say you only wanted to just print text once. A certain action could be to switch the sprite to one that's idling. What you would do is just create this function, and under here you would do what you want to do only once. And this can be really useful sometimes if one state only needs to run once. If you have a state that is just there to run a single script, and you change it, and then straight afterwards we can go here and then change it back. But for this example, we're not going to. This is pretty much all you need to know about enums. They're so much better than lists for this situation, because if we were to try and use a list instead of an enum, you would have var states list equals, then maybe you have some strings here. And then if the big problem with using this method is that a lot of times you can end up typing it wrong. So if we wanted to do the same similar thing, where we wanted to match current state, and we did states list dot 0, because that's how you access the list, I will not be able to remember that that means idle for the entire development process. I'll have to keep on looking up idle, and then sometimes I'll go 2, and then it's out of the index. But with an enum, it appears here. So I can actually see what the state is. I can read it and go, yep, this is the walking state, and then run on my walking code.